mean that he will not try and sell my pistol anymore. I think he got his lesson. When I went down there, he told me this, and I thought, I can't do this. I'll tell you what I did. I got you a surprise. Go. These are all toy soldiers. Of course they are. Whoa. Isn't that fabulous? It's so neat because we sell the water bottle, we sell the rifle, the bayonet, the swing. We sell the ammunition bandolier, we sell the helmet. It's really well done. I gotta see what else you got. Wow. They're all lead. They're all just like the others you've got. Look at the detail. This is a Vickers gun. Wow. And you can see his bench. Oh, yeah. We have these. I mean, that's what's so cool about this. We have the weapon, we have the machine gun, we have the water cans, we have the shovel. It never occurred to me as a kid that what my dad was really doing was training me to be a collector, to understand his business, our business. That was really nice. Look what a father you had. I know. Come here. I'm sorry I stole your pistol, okay? No, it's all right. My father collected soldiers with me. I collected soldiers with my little boy, Alexander. Now, all those years later, these things are worth a lot of money. You're a good boy. You're a good dad. But the memories are worth far more. All right, back to work.
超级工厂2蓝宝坚尼。国味上海的，在世界任何地，每天都可以过上小日子。严谨、烈士、勇士、温泉，家人。
机奖，谁看谁看。
Built a legendary super sports car. They built it almost entirely by hand. Body, paint, assembly, and a massive 12-cylinder engine. There's nothing better than a 12-cylinder engine. The sound, the power. All that work eventually pays off in the end of the Lamborghini Murcielago SE is the most extreme and the fastest Lamborghini we've ever made so far. Murcielago! Murcielago, very bad. Build the Lamborghini Murcielago SV, you need a mega factory. In the world. But Lamborghini believes its cars stand out. Lamborghini They always have to be extreme, uncompromising, and effective. They are louder, they are larger, and they are sharper designed than the competitors. Our cars will always be the bad boys amongst the super sports car business.
Those super sports cars are a rare sight on roads anywhere in the world, except near the village of Santa Agata Bolognese, Italy, about 32 kilometers north of the city of Bologna. This rural farming community is home to Automobili Lamborghini SPA, the factory that has crafted legendary super sports cars since 1963. In 2008, this factory produced a record 2,430 vehicles, almost 1,800 for the company's best-selling car, the Gallardo. With just over 630 of them are the company's flagship model, the Murcielago. One automotive journalist described the Murcielago's power as apocalyptic. From 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.4 seconds. A top speed of 340 kilometers per hour. The power comes from a 640 horsepower V12 engine. Powered by an all-wheel drive system for tenacious handling. And that power delivers more speed because the car weighs less. Most of its body is lightweight carbon fiber. It's one of the world's fastest supercars. But now, Lamborghini has dropped in with a new version, the Murcielago SV.
SV stands for super veloce, which means in English, super fast.
The SV is super fast from a boost of 30 more horsepower and a weight reduction of 100 kilograms. There are also several performance and cosmetic modifications. The factory is producing a limited number of these vehicles.
We will only make 350 Murcielago SV because this is increasing the exclusivity of this car.
The price of that exclusivity is high. The Murcielago SV sells for €300,000. So now, workers on the Murcielago line must build the SV in addition to the standard coupe and roadster versions of the car. On top of all that, every car on the line is custom built to a customer's specific order. Mass-produced cars may have 100 or more assembly stations. The Murcielago line has just 14. Every worker on the line must memorize a complicated 2.5-hour work sequence for their station.
The people who are working in the Murcielago are our best specialists, basically.
About 130 people work on the factory floor, on the assembly line, in the upholstery shop where the Murcielago's interior is handcrafted, and on the engine assembly line where the car's engine is hand-built. On the engine line, 8 technicians working at 8 stations will give the Murcielago SV its 670 horsepower. It will take 12 hours to make one engine. All Murcielagos get their power from a 6.5-litre V12 engine. To professional drivers, the benefits of a 12-cylinder engine are obvious.
I prefer the 12 cylinders because you can have the best torque and power available.
The engine's heart is its crankcase. It has 2 banks of 6 cylinders that hold 12 pistons. But first, the engine block has to be flipped and the bottom removed so the crankshaft can be installed. With the crankshaft installed, It's time to prepare the cylinders for piston installation. First, the cylinders are lifted with lubrication. Next, each piston is oiled around the piston ring. The fit between the piston and cylinder wall is tight. Care must be taken not to scratch the cylinders with the edges of the piston head. That's why a round metal guide and plunger tool are used to gently seat the piston. Further down the line, a metal and silicon gasket is put on top of the cylinders. It's all in preparation for the installation of the cylinder head. They hold the 4 valves per cylinder that will let air and fuel into the cylinders and take exhaust out. The cylinder heads are then torqued down. The intake manifold is a major reason why the engine generates 30 more horsepower. The manifold is redesigned to allow for more air and fuel intake than the standard Murcielago engine. The exhaust manifolds are the last major parts to be attached. Now the engine is complete and ready for testing. Before the engine is installed in the car, it must first prove its worth in the hot test chamber. In here, the engine is like a massive mechanical heart being hooked up to temporary life support. The blue hoses will supply air to the engine's intake manifold. The silver hoses will funnel exhaust from the engine to outside the factory. The first time the mighty V12 is fired up is not with a key, but with a simple click of a computer mouse. The engine is put through a series of computer-based tests, taking 2 hours. The test checks the engine's mechanical linkages, its seal, and its ability to withstand heat. During the test, the engine reaches a temperature of 850 degrees Celsius. After it cools down, the engine is attached to its 6-speed transmission, rear gearbox and drive shaft, forming the drivetrain. The most powerful production engine in Lamborghini history is finished. Just 6 hours before it's needed for installation on the main assembly line.
I was born in the big battleground. For my whole life, I've been at war. It continues every 18 minutes like that. Dad, what are you doing? I said 1945, not 1745. What have I done? I'm trying to run the business. Well, you better hurry up and sell some guns. Fine. Sell. Fine. Sell. Fine. Sell.
决战10点，我家就是军火部。星期一晚上10点，就在国家地理频道。
关心彰显个性，细节造就不同，流畅赋予自由，质感激发真情。它表现于外，更发自内涵。女生新优雅，马天宇女士。
A few years ago, we built the first four-door coupe. While others were skeptical, we still believed in the idea. The success came from witness the first imitators. We didn't view them with skepticism, we viewed them with confidence. Today we believe in another big idea.
imagination moves the emotion. Stay cool.